Anything can go wrong on live news, which means the hardest part of the job for those brave souls who sit in the anchor's chair is remaining calm and collected no matter what happens.
No. We'll do it live!
For the most part, they do an admirable job, but occasionally their emotions get the best of them. Here's a look at some news anchor freakouts caught on live TV. Cooper can't take it. Anderson Cooper is one of America's most trusted anchors, but his daytime show, Anderson Live, didn't quite fare as well, ending after 2 seasons, in part due to interviews like this one with Sarah Burge. Known as the Human Barbie, Burge advocated all sorts of iffy cosmetic surgery techniques, including injecting a 15-year-old with Botox so her forehead wouldn't sweat, and that proved to be more than Cooper could handle.
I honestly have nothing more to talk to you about. I got to be honest. I try to be really polite to all my guests. I just think you're dreadful, and I honestly don't want to talk to you anymore. So I'm just going to stop.
No joy for O'Reilly. When you invite Bill O'Reilly on your show, you have to know things are going to get dicey. But The View hosts Whoopi Goldberg and Joy Behar got more than they bargained for when O'Reilly made some inflammatory comments about 9/11.
You're outraged about Muslims killing us on 9/11.
Veteran journalist Barbara Walters kept her cool and continued the discussion, eventually prompting a rare apology from O'Reilly. Bill Maher slams the door. Speaking of 9/11, comedian and talk show host Bill Maher knows how much trouble any discussion of the topic can cause. So when a conspiracy theorist in the audience began heckling his panel, Maher didn't waste any time personally throwing them out of his studio.
Hey, do we have some security in this building? Or do I have to come over and kick this guy out of here? Hey, ouch.
Charlo Green sparks up controversy. After reporting on a story about a medical marijuana business in Alaska, KTVA reporter Charlo Green dropped a bombshell. She actually owned the business.
I, the actual owner of the Alaska Cannabis Club, will be dedicating all of my energy toward fighting for freedom and fairness, which begins with legalizing marijuana here in Alaska.
And then she dropped an even bigger bombshell.
And as for this job, well, not that I have a choice, but it, I quit.
Jim Ryan versus Dick Oliver. Anyone who has seen Anchorman knows that feuds often bubble beneath the surface of your friendly local news team.
Well, you have bad hair.
What did you say?
But audiences watching Good Day New York still had to be taken aback when anchor Jim Ryan and chief reporter Dick Oliver got into it on the air during a live broadcast.
I'll give you lessons on how to become a reporter later
I'll give you some lessons on how to be an editor because I was your boss once.
Yeah, you were and are no longer. How did that happen?
Stay classy, New York. Liz Wahl is nobody's puppet. Citing moral and ethical challenges she had working for the Russian state-controlled media company, RT news anchor Liz Wahl ended her March 5, 2014 broadcast with a mic drop.
I'm proud to be an American and believe in disseminating the truth, and that is why, after this newscast, I'm resigning.
Wahl later described the environment at RT News to the Daily Beast as being suppressive and manipulative. It actually makes me feel sick that I worked there. It's not a sound news organization, not when your agenda is making America look bad. Brooke Baldwin can't believe her ears. When CNN anchor Brooke Baldwin brought all-around rabble-rouser and the living embodiment of yelling fire in a crowded theater Clay Travis of Fox Sports Radio on to discuss ESPN's suspension of Jemele Hill, she should have expected some flowery language, but she obviously didn't expect this to come out of his mouth.
I think that's a bad move. I'm a First Amendment absolutist. I believe in only 2 things completely. The First Amendment and boobs.
I'm done. This is done. This is conversation over. Yanking mics. Bye. See ya.
Mika Brzezinski's burning rage. When the producers of Morning Joe tried to get co-anchor Mika Brzezinski to lead the news with another pointless fluff piece about Paris Hilton, Brzezinski just couldn't take it anymore and nearly lit the studio on fire as protest.
We're not covering this, all right?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm done with the Paris Hilton story.
She later told The Guardian, "I had one woman send me an email and she told me she was weeping tears of joy that someone finally took a stand." I think that the reaction in the media has been the most heartening. People in the business are saying enough is enough. Journalism 101 with Professor Kate Bolduan. One of the top tactics to try and discredit news reports you don't like is to insinuate that stories with anonymous sources are, well...
You are fake news.
But without the protection of anonymity, many sources would be too afraid of recriminations to blow the whistle, and major world-shaking incidents such as the truth behind Watergate might never have been discovered. So when former Navy SEAL Carl Higbee challenged State of America anchor Kate Bolduan over unnamed sources, she wasn't going to take it, and neither was the rest of her panel.
Please, do not even start with me that you're just going to attack sources.
Okay, so
that
what
is
about,
ridiculous.
so are you saying McMaster's lying?
You're embarrassing yourself, your party, and your country. You should not be doing this. You're a better person than this. I'm ashamed for you.
Thanks for watching. Click the grunge icon to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Plus, check out all this cool stuff we know you'll love too.